Hi, Miss Sparks.
Hey, Mary, sorry about that. I was muted because whenever I'm posting, I hate the sounds of all the clicks. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. No volleyball today?
I do fun volleyball today
Oh, what time?
at like 5:45.
Okay. Do you have a particular question or something you want me to go over with you?
I do. I have a couple.
Okay, is it on so I can be ready for you? Is it on today's lesson or real numbers or what?
It is on today's lesson.
Okay. From the video or the task?
The task.
Okay. So the two-step equations?
Yes. I one on the error analysis, and then the
Okay.
other one on solving two-step equations.
Okay. All right. Well, let me make sure that I get all the right worksheets up. I hope I can find the error analysis. So, oh yes, I did. Yay.
Do you ever do like the little whiteboard?
Yes, that's what I'm pulling up now.
Ah.
I just want to make sure that I have the stuff that you need pulled up. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Mom, do you have your seltzer water? I do have my seltzer water. Thank you. Which one do you want to do first? The error analysis or the two-step equations?
Error analysis.
Okay, let me find her. Sure. And now let me share the screen with you. Yay. Sorry I was a little late today. I was at the grocery store and I was trying to hurry.
You're good.
Okay. These are all of the questions. So I'm going to have to try to find the one that you have. Which one do you have a question on?
The one about Karen buying ribbons.
Karen buying ribbons. Okay.
Poor Karen, she's just a mess. I don't know how she does this math.
Yeah, no doubt. Here we go. She is a mess. Okay. On this one, let's just read the problem together. Karen is buying ribbon to make hair bows, and she wants to divide the ribbon into 6.2-inch pieces for 15 bows. So write and solve a division equation to find the length of ribbon that Karen would need to buy in order to make 15 6.2-inch pieces. So what you would want to do on that, what Karen did wrong was the fact that she divided the 6.2 when in all honesty, she needed to divide how much R is the length of ribbon that Karen should buy, which is good. But she wants 15 of them. So the amount divided by 15 each should equal 6.2 because each individual one should be 6.2 inches long. Okay?
R over, oh.
Okay. So if you're thinking about it, then you would then multiply both sides by 15 to get the total amount of ribbon that she would need to buy. So you would multiply this side by 15 and this side by 15. which would,
93.
oh, okay.
Okay, so
2. Yep. Good job.
thank you.
So 93 inches.
Okay.
So then what we would do to identify and explain the error, she set the problem up incorrectly. She should have actually it looks better that way though. Hold on just a second. Hold on just a second, Mary.
Okay.
She should have divided R by 15 and set it equal to 6.2. And for a strategy, I think the strategy, and a lot of the strategies that we were talking about in class, the strategy I would share a lot of times when doing word problems, it's best to underline. So I would say underline key elements to help set up equation correctly. And that happened actually a lot in the error analysis as I was looking through the problems. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty common.
Okay.
So like divide the ribbon into 6.2 inch pieces. You know, I might circle that, and then 15 bows. So the amount, the length of ribbon she should buy. So, you know, to divide the amount by the number of ribbons that she wanted to buy. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And I have to toggle back and forth between the screen and Google Hangouts to see who's there. And so I just, hey, Addison, I just wanted to make sure I welcomed her. And if you are shy about talking and you'd rather text a question, please, you can use the text box. I don't know if y'all know where that is. Does everybody know where that is? Okay, cool.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Miss Sparks.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. All right. Mary, any other questions about error analysis? Or Addison, do you have questions about it? I know everybody had different error analysis questions. So, and I have all of them. So if you have a question, just let me know.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question on the solving two-step equations.
Okay.
On number 11. Yeah, 11.
Okay. And it was pretty delightful that the two-step equations. Isn't it nice that they're like that? I love that. I tried so many different ways trying to get it right, but to no avail. Number 11. Here we come. Number 11. So negative 12 equals 5x minus 12. I may need one of y'all to read it back to me now that I'm over on the blank screen, if that's okay.
Okay.
Because that way no one will get car sick trying to read it upside down. Okay, I think it was negative 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Equals 5x minus 12.
Yes.
Is that right? Yay, I remembered it. Okay, so for this one, you would want to add 12 to both sides, right? Because we're going to undo the subtraction and addition first, because that's what we do. We undo or unpack that order of operations in reverse. So that's going to cancel that out. And it's going to cancel that out too, isn't it? So now what we're going to do, we're still going to complete the problem, but we're going to divide both sides by 5. Okay? And 0 divided by 5 is 0. So 0 equals x.
Okay. Because I kept getting 0. I kept getting the same answer, but I was like, is x 0? Like, does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. And then number 15.
I know. It's scary when you get the answer 0. I don't know why it is, but it does. It freaks me out still to this day. I'm like, oh, did I do everything right?
Same thing with decimals. I wasn't sure, like, on number 15, I wasn't sure if it decimal or not.
Okay, well, Miss Sparks, you know, her love of fractions will probably get a fraction. But, yeah, you can get fractions and decimals on these. Oh, and I will tell you, I don't know if y'all were at math lab the other day, but for whatever reason, my dog, my guest, my greyhound thinks it's weird when I like look like I'm talking to the screen, and so she cries. So I'm really sorry for the whiny dog in the background. Be quiet, guest. 4x minus 3 equals negative 1. Oh, oops. Four x minus 3 equals negative 1. Is that right?
Yes.
Yay! Okay, so plus 3, because we always want to do the addition subtraction first. And then that's going to cancel out, and we're going to have 4x equals 2. And then we're going to divide both sides by 4. And we're going to get x equals 1/2 or 0.5.
Okay. So I'm going to assume that I got 16 right because it was also a decimal.
Well, we can do it if you want to.
Okay.
Wait, what number was this?
Which one did you say? 16?
Yes.
You want to do it just in case?
Yes, please.
Where'd he go? Oh, I passed it. My bad. Sorry. 10 equals 4x plus 20. Am I doing this right so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, praise the Lord. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 20 from both sides. And that's going to give me a negative 10 equals 4x. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And then that's going to give me a negative 5 over 2 or
Negative
2.5.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Is that what y'all got?
Yeah.
Yay. Okay. Any more?
No. I mean, I haven't gotten to the second side yet, but I don't think so.
How about you, Addison?
No, ma'am.
Because we can keep working. Did you have any other questions on anything else?
Oh, man.
Okay, y'all are doing good. Do your parents have a QR scanner that you can check them, or do you have a phone that you can check them with?
I have a phone that I can check them with.
I found out that if you just do it on your phone, like if you have an iPhone 7 or higher, if you just go on the camera will do it for you. You don't need to download an app.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm gonna have to share that tomorrow in class. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, that doesn't work for me because I have a 6S.
Oh, well, sorry.
I have a question about that. Have you checked any of them yet?
Yes, ma'am. I did them yesterday, and I used my mom's phone, and my sister told me about it. So,
well, for the decimal ones, did they come up as fraction answers or decimal?
they came up as fractions.
Oh, okay. I think math teachers like fractions. I think we're anti-decimal. No, not really. Not really. We like decimals too. We'll play with both of them. But if y'all want me to work through any more, I'm happy to.
Okay, so this is a while ago, but the one-step equations riddle, was the answer Pennsylvania?
It was.
Okay, just making sure about that.
Yeah, and I can pull that up if you want me to.
It's okay. I was just checking. Thank you, though.
No problem. And while we're all here together, were y'all here on it the other day?
No.
I wasn't.
Okay. Let me see if I can. I thought I pulled this up, but maybe I didn't. I was going to try to. Let me open this. And I don't know, but have y'all pulled up the. Well, my heavens. I guess I can't type.
Do that.
Have you pulled up the assignment sheet yet to see what it looks like?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Just so that you know, like, does this look like it all makes sense to you guys? As far as practice B we did last week. And then, this week we've worked on the ordering real numbers, classifying real numbers, and the one-step equation maze and riddle. And then with the error analysis and the activity.
Yes.
Okay. So that's what's due so far. So does that make sense to you guys? Any questions about that?
So can we turn this in anytime we want or on the test day?
It's on the test day because I will keep adding to this. All the way up until test day. And one of the reasons that I do it is that way you have all of your work. You can double check it. I have even had students, not that I recommend this, but I've even had students who would leave like 1 or 2 problems undone just to make sure that they knew every part of everything that we covered.
Oh.
It's not something I recommend just because you want to make sure it's all complete, because if it's not complete, you don't get credit. So if you just miss one thing, it's kind of bad because, but that's what students have done in the past, kind of to create their own review. But they'll circle them to make sure they don't miss them. But
so I actually have 2 more questions.
Okay.
On the solving 2-step equations. 19 and 28.
19. Okay, let's do 19 first. That doesn't even look like a 2-step equation. It's not.
What to do with the negative x? Because I flip it.
Oh, now say that again.
I don't know what to do with the negative x because I flip it so the x is in front.
Okay, hold on. So the question is 5 minus x equals 11. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now I know why it's a two-step equation. 5 minus x equals 11. So I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. Minus x equals 6. And to get rid of the negative x, great question, Mary. You divide both sides by -1.
Oh, okay.
And that turns it to x equals -6. And to check it, since that one's kind of funky, let's plug it back in. 5 minus -6 equals 11. And when you have a minus minus, that turns into plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's true.
And then I have a question on 28.
28, right? Okay. You want to read it to me?
Sure.
Okay.
X over 2
X over 2
minus 5
minus 5
1.
equals 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides. And that's going to give me 6 there. And then I've got x divided by 2 equals 6. And how do I undo division?
Multiplication.
Yep. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. X equals 12.
Oh. Fractions always get me.
I know. And fractions are your friend, not your foe.
Are they?
Yes.
All the
I
time.
promise.
Thank you very much for helping me. My computer's about to die, so I have to go.
Okay. Talk
Thank
to you
you.
tomorrow, Mary. Have a good day.
Helping me.
Oh, no problem. Glad to help.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, Annabella. She's too afraid to talk. Addison, do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am. I'm kind of just listening.
Oh, okay. All right. Annabella, if you're afraid to talk to me, you can type me your question if you want.
No, I'm good. I just came on to see if see what you were doing, but I don't really have like any questions.
Oh, okay. Well, we went before you got here, we went through some error analysis of those problems.
Okay.
And we have been working some of the two-step equations. But I will answer questions about anything that we've covered so far.
Well, I just came on to make sure I was doing it right, but I wasn't having any problems with it.
Yay! Well, good. That's what Addison came on to listen in too. So she's doing good also. And she also shared that if you have an iPhone 7 or up, you don't have to download a scanner of a QR scanner code app. The camera will automatically do it.
Oh, it does?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Do you
So
just have to like go on the camera or something?
Yeah, you just go to the camera app and then you just put it up there and it scans the barcode and tells you.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'll try that.
So you can check your answers.
Yeah, because I also came to ask what app to get because I didn't.
Yeah. Well, there's quite a few QR scanner ones, I always recommend just getting a free one because most of the time for our purposes, it always works.
Yeah. Well, I have the iPhone 7, so I should be able to do it.
Yeah, I was going to say, so yeah, that was kind of a cool thing to find out. I appreciated Addison telling me that. And then a lot of times during the year, I'll do these in class, but I have to get permission from Miss Robbins first.
Okay. Well, thanks. I'm just going to go and finish the rest of my homework.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming, Addison. Thanks for sharing that about the phone, too. I appreciate it. You have a blessed day.
You're welcome. Wait.
Oh, that was Annabella.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I can't tell who's talking, obviously. And sometimes over the computer, it sounds the same.
Yeah, I understand that. So actually, I do have a question on real numbers and rational numbers in that one worksheet. It was like color the real numbers orange and then the real rational integers purple.
Okay, let me pull that up. I think I had that one up the other day, so might have closed it. I obviously did. So let me open it real quick. It was on the classifying, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Classifying real numbers, coloring activity.
I think mine might actually be colored because I actually did this one in, I don't know if I can't remember if I erased it or not. We're getting ready to find out. Nope, I didn't erase it. But I didn't have orange on my palette of pen colors.
Oh.
So I had to color everything that was supposed to be orange. I had to color it red.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. All right. So what was your question? Because I can uncover any of these.
I just honestly, I really don't understand real in numbers, like irrational and things like that. I just don't like have it in my memory.
Okay.
Like, okay, rational is this and irrational is that.
All right. Well, let's talk about it a little bit. Kind of on the Venn diagram that we had. I'm going to, let's see. It's not going to be a very good Venn diagram because it's going to be small. So hopefully, kind of give you an idea. See how this like goes in order? Like there's a whole number, then there's integer, rational, and real. Mm-hmm. So what that means is like the Venn diagram that we had in the book looked a little like this. Everything was real numbers. And then there was irrational on this side. And then there was rational on this side. And then within that, there were integers. And within that, there were whole numbers. And I'm going to pull it up real quick so you can be whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, and real. Okay? Whoops. So what that means is on a Venn diagram, like if I start here at whole and I work my way out, like if it's a whole number, then it's automatically going to be an integer, a rational number, and a real number. Because when you start in that center, it's automatically going to be all those other things. So once you determine what it is at its very smallest subset, you know it's going to be in all those bigger sets. So what you really want to do on each individual number is classify where it is at its smallest, like at what smallest subset it fits into. Okay. So now let's go with, now that we kind of have that worked out and why they all look like that, let's talk a little bit about each individual number. So let me erase some that I've already written.
Hey, Miss Marks.
Hey, who's here with me?
Addison and Me.
Patrick.
Patrick.
Patrick, how are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm good. If you, I'm covering a question right now, and then if you have a question, I'll get right to it. Okay.
All right.
So like when I take negative 24 over 2, I want to reduce it to get it to its smallest form, most reduced simplified form, if you will, and that's going to be negative 12.
Mm-hmm.
So negative 12 is an integer, so therefore it's also rational and it's real.
Okay.
Okay. So that's why I colored it purple.
Um,
Okay. I'm gonna wait because I know she's. Let me find. Whoops.
okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. I've got a dog that cries, so you know it's I completely understand background noises. And that's the fun thing I think about Math Lab is we learn a little bit about each other at home too. It's fun. But anyway, so now let's look at 4.25. 4.25 is a terminating decimal. So that means it's a rational number. So it's just a terminating decimal. So if it's rational, it's also real. But it's not an integer and it's not a whole number. Rational is the smallest subset that it's in. So that's why I colored this one yellow.
Okay.
So, but the first thing you have to do in each one of these is reduce it to its smallest subset. Like to give you an idea, a whole number, the only ones that are going to be colored blue as a whole number are going to be zeros, because a natural number is all like the counting numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like what we learned back in preschool. And then 0 is the only thing that's different between a whole number and a natural number. And then from there, you know, we learned counting numbers probably when we were 2 or 3. Then we learned that, oh, there's a thing called a whole number. We learned that in kindergarten, probably in 1st grade. And then in 5th or 6th grade, you start learning about the negative side of the number line.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what that is. And then a rational number is anything, a terminating decimal, or a repeating decimal. And then an irrational number is a decimal that goes on and on and on, but doesn't have any repeating digits.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Does
Yes.
that make better sense? I hope that clarified it. It really can be confusing. But the zeros, those are all the only blues. Everything else that's just a regular number, that's a whole number, I believe, what was it, 40? What all was on there?
Sorry.
Oops. Like 5 is going to be colored green because it's a natural number and a whole number because you count it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why this one was colored. This one should be colored green. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So every number that's 0 or above, but just a plain number with no decimals after it is going to be colored green.
Mm-hmm.
And then anything that is a terminating decimal, by that I mean 4.5, 4.25, or a repeating decimal, which I think there was 0.33333. There was negative 4 2/3. Those are rational numbers.
Okay.
Does that help? Do you have any other specific questions about that? And once again, wherever I have red, that's supposed to be orange. I didn't have a red in my palette, and I just found out I can create a palette. Okay. Patrick.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Oh, hey, no problem, Addison. Do you have any other questions about that? Addison?
No, I was just coming on here to see what was going on.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Patrick, we've been doing everything from error analysis to looking at the assignment sheet to classifying real numbers to two-step equations. So we've done a variety of things. So, but and then I think we've actually even looked at the assignment sheet to make sure that.
Yes, ma'am, we did.
Okay, yeah, to make sure everybody understood what was going on with regard to that. So that's what we're doing today in here. How did you hey Addison, did you do okay on ordering the real numbers? It was just trying to figure out which category each one went in that was confusing?
Yes, ma'am.
That is confusing. And then even to this day, it's interesting because every book calls, sometimes the natural number gets called counting numbers. And so I get a little confused on that one. But I know that when they're talking about whole numbers, they're talking about 0 and everything above that. When they're talking about integers, they're talking about everything on the number line that doesn't have a decimal after it, negative and positive. And then counting or natural numbers start with 1 and go to infinity. So,
yeah. Sorry if it sounds like I'm not talking. I really can't understand you. My Wi-Fi is kind of bad, so I can't really understand you at the time, but I kind of like get parts and pieces.
Oh,
so,
really?
Sorry if it sounds like I'm not talking or responding back to a question. I just sometimes can't hear it.
Oh,
sorry.
I'm so sorry. I hate that the Wi-Fi is cutting in and out. That happens to me. The other thing that happens to me on this side is I get feedback. A lot of times when there's about 10 kids on here, the feedbacks.
Oh yeah.
Did you come to Math Lab last year?
Yes, ma'am.
Did feedback happen there too?
Usually, sometimes. I mean, not all the times, but sometimes.
Like, it seems like the more kids that are on there, the worse the feedback is.
It's usually just that one person that has their thing messed up.
Oh.
Everyone.
Is there a special setting that you should put it on?
No, not really. I mean, it's just someone's microphone on their computer is too close to the speakers.
Oh,
Sometimes.
Is that what causes it?
Yeah, that's what causes feedback on like everything, on like big PA systems, all that stuff. That's what.
Well, I knew it was on big PA systems. I had no earthly idea that that's what happened on a computer.
Yep.
How can your microphone be too close to the speaker?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just
the way it's set up
to the room too.
Oh, I got you.
And there's lots of factors of it, I guess.
I got you. Interesting.
Yep.
Very interesting. Yes, but we've been doing some of the two-step problems. Did you already work through all those, Patrick?
Yep.
You did? Did you check them with the QR thingy?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yep.
Did you do decimals or fractions?
I do decimals. So.
You do decimals?
Yeah.
Well, when the answers came up as fractions, were you able to figure it out?
Yep.
Because I understood with the QR thing that they were, yeah. So,
yep.
but
I just went through and just took all the QR codes off them and wrote it on like the answer sheet thing, and then just went through it again, and then wrote all the equations, and then went back over it again and did all of them.
Oh, wow. You really worked hard on it. Bless your heart. Thank you. So, let's see. Where's the assignment sheet? I know. Oh, here it is. That was the assignment sheet that I showed. This is so far what we've done this year that will be due.
Okay.
And I keep updating that as we go on.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, what's been your favorite activity so far?
Probably the two-step equation thing.
Okay. Did you like the QR code? Or did you like the fact that we lined it up in class?
I mean, I guess it wasn't really that hard. I mean, my phone, all iPhones, the camera app has a QR code reader built in.
Yeah, that's what Addison was saying. I didn't know that till today. Addison told me that.
Yeah, you just put it in the viewfinder and tap it, and it'll tell you.
That's so awesome. I know. I was like really stoked about that. But yeah, because I'm just trying to figure out, you know, what activities everybody likes best, you know, because I'm trying to mix it up a little bit, you know, so it's just everybody gets something that's kind of interesting to them. Addison, what's been your favorite? Do you like the maze? Do you like coloring, or just did you like the QR thing?
I like the riddle. I thought that was fun.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I have a few of those throughout the year.
Yay.
Yeah. I feel like it's better to have a mix of stuff. That way I tap into everybody's, you know, and some people actually like just plain old practice A and B. They just like to work from a worksheet. So everybody's different. So I do try to make sure that everybody, however they like to learn, that we're doing that, at least at some point.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for helping me.
Oh, not a problem. Glad to help. Thank you so much for coming to Math Lab. I appreciate it. It's boring when I have to sit here by myself.
Yeah, Miss Richardson, there were a few kids in my class who would come on. There weren't really that many, though. I mean, I guess Addison, you would come on sometimes.
Just to hang out.
Yeah.
We appreciate that immensely. So, how do y'all have a lot of work today?
Not too bad.
Not too
That's
bad.
not that bad. It's just studying for like some first quizzes and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, we have our first quiz next Wednesday.
Fine.
All right.
Yay. But this is all review for you guys, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
That's what I was going to say.
Most of this we just learned last year, so.
Yeah, like you guys learned this like at the last semester, right?
Yes, ma'am.
At the end of the year? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, as a matter of fact, that's why I took out chapter 1, because literally that was a review of the first semester of pre-algebra.
Ooh.
And unit 2, I know, unit 2 was a review of second semester. And so I just feel like I'd rather give you guys new material that's going to help y'all, you know, more effectively in the future and build a better foundation than spend, you know, 4 weeks of time just reviewing. It just seems wasteful, you know? So that's why we skip straight to chapter 2. And I really do honestly think I'm like starting day 1 with the real and rational, real and irrational numbers. That to me, that's really hard, because I feel like we don't talk about it enough, you know, in previous grades. So kind of, you know, it's the hardest part of all of chapter 2, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assimilating that information. So, what are y'all doing for the rest of the day? Are you both done with schoolwork?
I finished. Kind of just studying.
How about you, Patrick?
Oh, wait, say that again.
I said, are you done with your schoolwork?
No, I had a doctor's appointment this morning, so I'm just kind of starting around 1-ish. So
Oh, I got
I'm
you.
working on Exploros right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I had a busy morning too. So I'm just now, as a matter of fact, I was late starting math lab because I got back from one of my errands a little bit late, and I was like having my kids kind of help me carry in groceries. I was like, please hurry up and do this because I've got to get math lab started. So yeah, I had a busy morning too. So I'm just now getting ready for my schoolwork as well. And I'll be working on it probably till 6.
Oh,
I know.
so sorry.
Well, you know, it's
It happens.
I just don't want y'all to think that teachers don't work on their at-home days, you know?
Yeah.
So we're working too. Because we
Sadly.
love y'all.
Well, we love you back.
Aw.
Yep.
Well, y'all have a good at-home day. Okay?
All right.
You too.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.